Alright, so we're gonna go over some class setups, both MLG and non MLG. So I guess we'll start with MLG. Um, so generally people use a FAMAS with the red dot. This is common sense. Um, Reticle color, everyone pretty much goes with the dot. I prefer green. I don't know, I find myself more accurate with green. It's just something that someone told me to try out and it's been working good for me. Secondary, everyone goes with the Python and the speed reloader. Um, Pretty much the Python's pretty a deadly weapon, and with the speed reloader, it reloads so much faster in game. I guess I'll show you if you didn't know. Lethal. I always go frag. The only time I don't go frag is for domination game types because sometimes like 1v1 Nuketown domination game types, semtexes are much more accurate. And Tomahawk's obviously for pubs if you're screwing around, but I don't really do that. So we're gonna go with the frag. Tactical concussion is generally the one that everyone uses. And for equipment, no equipment's allowed on MLG. And pretty much game battles in general, no one uses equipment except for like claymores, but that's kind of newbie to play that. Perk one, generally people go lightweight. Flak jacket they would use, but it's banned. Hardened. Harden's like good when you have Hardened Pro because you can win gunfights easier because 80% of the damage you take, like you don't flinch. Um, but generally, if you're slaying, you want to use steady aim. Sleight of hand, and that's pretty much all the pros use sleight of hand. Lightweight, sleight of hand, and always use ninja. No one uses anything else. The only possibility would be like if you're playing a terrible team on CTF or you're down a lot, you could pull a Marathon Pro, but with Turtle Beaches these days and all the other headsets, you generally just want to stick with Ninja Pro. I don't get into facepaint, but for like when you're playing, if you're playing MLG not enabled, another class you can go with is the AK-47U, and if it's not enabled, you can use Warlord. So I'll use Warlord, Ninja. This is generally for like 1v1 Nuketown, lightweight. If Flak Jacket's on, I use Flak Jacket, but usually I don't play it. I play lightweight. No equipment. Tactical, I use concussions. Lethal. If it's domination, I'll change it to Semtex, but other than that, I use frags. Secondary, I always use the same secondary. So Python with speed reloader. And now the attachments on the AK-47U, I use grip and rapid fire. Because if you're playing 1v1 or even if you're playing more than that, you should be able to pick up the kill without needing extended mags. And grip and rapid fire together are absolutely lethal if you use them together. That's pretty much it. Other classes I've seen people use, uh, the Spectre, because it's got a really fast shot. But generally, you don't really use the Spectre. I've seen some pros use it, but AK-47U and the FAMAS are the main two guns. And the only reason the G11 isn't effective is because pretty much the FAMAS can outshoot it from mid-range, and you don't really get into that many long range battles because people can eat bullets pretty much and just get out of the way. And generally, most of the gunfights are mid-range. So, I wouldn't really recommend the G11, and all the other guns are pretty much useless for GV. Unless you're playing like 1v1 and it's asking you to pick a gun. But, so yeah, that's the MLG setup and the non-MLG setup.